2/3 of people in Scotland don't live in cities, they live in and around towns. Hello.
What are you doing there?
I'm having a dip. This week we're in Fife, enjoying everything the thriving market town of Cupar has to offer. I just love the smell of market. Very few people actually talk about the smell. Major and I will be sampling some local produce. I've just discovered that Major likes strawberries. It's a bit more healthier, maybe, is it? We'll be getting lost in a maze of maize. Come on, we'll find a way, you and I think. Hopefully. Before finding ourselves in a tricky situation. Something's gone badly wrong in this production. This is where I've ended up. Glenrothes is that way. Dundee is that way. But I'm going to stay here in Cupar. This week we're in Fife, enjoying the sunshine in Cupar. Nice and steady. Good boy. Cupar became a royal borough in 1356 and continued as the administrative centre for Fife until the mid-1970s. Evidence of its historical importance can still be seen in the buildings around town. But I want to find out what the locals today think about Cupar. What do you like about it?
I like the people, I like the shops, and I just think it's a lovely place to stay.
I like going for my wee coffee for my lunch.
Well, like all the towns now, it's lacking something. But shop-wise,
this town is a throughway for St Andrews, so all the cars just go straight through the town. Nobody stops here.
I like the feel of the town because it's an old market town. Just when you walk around Cupar, I just like the vibe.
Cupar may live in the shadow of St Andrews, the home of golf, but it has its very own old course. Here at Kingarrick Golf Course, players can play around just as they would have 100 years ago, using hickory-shafted golf clubs. Like my socks.
You look very fetching.
Thank you very much. Very stylish. I'm going to wear this at work from now on, definitely. Maybe not the golf shoes, it won't do the carpets much good. The course was first built in the 1920s by the Sharp family, who owned the house and estate, but was lost after the Second World War. In 2008, it was lovingly restored by its current owners, the National Trust for Scotland. Dave Allen is the golf experience manager at Kingarrick.
Our greenkeeper today is determined to have this golf course set up the way it was in the 1920s. And how that differs, in the main, it's how it's cut differently. The fairways run straight from fairway into rough. There is no such thing as semi-rough. So in the height of summer here, it goes from grass of 1 inch long to grass of about 2 foot high.
Oh, very easy to lose a ball in that.
Very easy to play a very good shot and just be slightly out and lose your ball. Strangely enough, the par for the course is 34.
Okay.
And the par has never been broken. Even with the top professionals coming here and playing, no one has beaten the par on the course.
David, I don't think I'm going to get a par 34, but let's have a bit of a go at it anyway. If I have to stand any chance of breaking par, I'll first have to get myself out of this bunker. This is a fine position I found myself in.
You're going to get out of this bunker first time, no problem whatsoever. So just flex yourself, relax. And
I'm relaxed.
Take a nice swing. I'll step back out your way. Ian?
What?
It's out the bunker.
Hey!
So what we're going to do here is do a putt.
Right.
So I'll line you up.
I've got my finger down the shaft here. Is that okay with you?
Your finger down the shaft's a good idea for you because you're pointing in the direction you're going.
Right.
Oh man, 3 inches of running, you were perfect.
Oh.
That was bending right into the hole. It's all yours, the hole is open.
Hey! That's a sound I love.
That's you. That's
there we go.
Perfect. Well done, sir.
Thank you for that.
Congratulations.
I'm back in the heart of town to visit a business like Kingarrick has been here for over 100 years. Chloe Milne's family have owned this bakery for generations. And with her help, I'm going to make one of their award-winning creations.
We're going to make a strawberry Danish, which is Scotland's pastry of the year. In a production line, you would ice them all, then you would custard them all, then you would strawberry, and then you would jelly. But we'll do it a whole one together.
OK. I'm not generally known for my skills in the kitchen, but when it comes to cake, I'm willing to give it a go.
Perfect. So there's one finished strawberry Danish.
How's it look?
Looks good. Can you smell it?
Yeah, I can. It does smell good. The bit I'm really looking forward to is the eating part, which I'm hoping is going to come very soon. Where better to enjoy it than in the bakery's tea room?
So I'll pass you a bit
Just
with
to
a
get my
nice
hand.
juicy strawberry on it. There you go.
There you go. As I say, this is one of my 5 a day. Let's see.
And I'll take a bit as well. It's a messy job. Delicious. You've done well.
Chloe, it seems like a very foodie town to me. Is that the case?
Yeah, well, if you see how busy it is today, people love to come in and have a coffee and a cake. And I think Cupar is a hidden gem in Fife. It's got great countryside, brilliant farming, and that's something that's great for us where we're located. We can get all of our oats from Fife Farms. There's Scottish dairies nearby, and across the area there's such great produce. So these strawberries over summer are all from Fife Farms, so they don't have many miles on them at all. In Kirkcaldy, just along the road, that's where all our flour is milled. There's really great places to eat, and yeah, lovely scenery.
Around 10% of Cupar's businesses are in the food and drink sector. That's partly due to the rich agricultural landscape it sits in. The area has a long tradition of growing soft fruit. At Kearney Farm, they've diversified their business to make picking into a fun experience for the whole family.
Sausages! Can you say sausages? Brilliant.
So, I can't come here without tasting one of your strawberries.
Absolutely not. Let me pick you one. There we are.
OK.
Give that a try.
Oh, that's quite a big strawberry, isn't it?
It's quite a big one. This is a variety called Ava Star, which is bred for its flavor. What do you think?
That is really sweet, isn't it?
It flowers and fruits from May until right through October.
How big is the farm here?
The farm is not considered large. It's 120 acres, but we farm it intensively. There's about 20 acres here for the pick your own, and the other acreage is devoted to supermarket production.
Is it tough to keep a business like this going after Brexit, etc.?
It certainly has its challenges. We rely heavily on Eastern European pickers, for example, and the Brexit situation's really complicated that. And the weather's always been a challenge, but I think most people would agree the fruit in Scotland is excellent. And I think with our cooler climate, the fruit has to work a lot harder, and so it's sweeter, and you know, there's a lot of benefits as well.
One of the ways that this farm has overcome some of the challenges it faces is by expanding the agro-tourism side of the business. They've turned an otherwise unproductive barleyfield into a maze made of maize. I pride myself in my sense of direction, so the crew have set me a challenge in this maze. Sadly, the map here is not tactile, so it could be a bigger challenge than I anticipate. On you go, Major. Let's see if we can find our way around this maze. Let's see how clever you really are. Come on, we'll find a way, you and I think. Hopefully. On you go, good boy. I'm convinced we've been this way before. Come on, find the way, Major. It's getting your tea time. Don't you have any ideas? You've got a good smell. You could smell your way out. James.
Yes, Ian.
Hope you've got your mobile phone on you because I need to phone somebody. If you can get your way out, Major, you'll get a strawberry. Good boy, find a way. Find the way, good boy. On you go, mate. Hey, Major, good boy. I think we've made it out. Good boy. On you go, up, good boy. I think after that, Major deserves a treat, so we're off for some pampering. The Elmwood campus of Scotland Rural College offers a range of land-based industry courses, like horticulture, greenkeeping and gamekeeping. But Major and I are heading for the animal care department, where students get hands-on experience with all sorts of animals.
Find the door. You're going to find the door. Good boy. Hi there. Looking for Pauline?
Hello there.
I've got a dog for you to groom. Pauline, what happens in here?
So this is our dog grooming room, and in here we run our introduction to dog grooming. So it's part of our NC course, animal care course. And the students will come in and they'll learn all about dog behaviour and dog coat types. They'll learn how to bath the dogs and how to prep their coats and trim their nails and clean their ears and clean their eyes.
Now, I don't know if you've noticed, Pauline, I do have a dog here.
I see that.
Quite a big dog.
Yeah.
And I think he could do with a wee bit of pampering.
I'm sure I could persuade a couple of these students here to leave their coursework and come and give him a little groom.
Why did you choose this course, Jessie?
I chose this course because I've always kind of been into animals, and I didn't actually know there was a course like this in Scotland. Well, close to me anyway. It wasn't until last year I discovered it.
What about you, Claudia? How did you get into this course?
I've always loved animals, and then I was looking online at courses. I was like, this is what I really want to do.
All right. Have you got a dog of your own?
I have 2 cats, 4 guinea pigs, and I adopted my friend's Syrian hamster.
All right, you have good.
Yeah.
How do you think he's doing? Is he nicely groomed?
Yeah, he's got a beautiful coat, and
It's very calm compared to most dogs.
Is he?
yeah, definitely.
Do you like this? Do you like being groomed?
Well, he's wagging his tail.
I think Major's quite enjoyed that.
Community in Cupar, a charity set up during lockdown, provides a hub for the elderly and those experiencing social isolation. They've also been helping to provide support for a number of families who have settled in the town after fleeing the war in Ukraine. Michael Fife runs the charity.
What's it been like integrating people into the community?
It's worked out well because we've got our elderly clients that come along that just love to talk about the history of Cupar, and then they help in turn learn English. And of course they're lonely clients, they're normally at home, they've not got family and friends. They come along for company and they love to talk to the migrants. We've got some of our Ukrainians have started school, nursery, primary, so it's giving them the links and support that they need and just make friends. That's our passion, is to make friends and to know our new community.
This church acts as a hub for the families to get together and connect with others in the community.
I was born in east of Ukraine, but the last 8 years I've been living in Kyiv.
Right.
Yeah.
And how long have you been here in the town?
Here, I think, almost 3 months.
And how's it been here in Cupar?
Yeah, it's all right. I like it. It's interesting to live in a new country, but it's not easy, because different languages, different lifestyle, different everything. My life changed. Yeah.
Stefan came to the town with his mother Alia and 2 younger brothers.
Alia, how's your experience been in Cupar? What's it been like for you living here?
В Купаре вообще как тебе здесь?
Только положительный опыт. Мне здесь очень нравится. Очень добрые, отзывчивые люди.
Only positive experience, yeah. So good and friendly people.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you.
You're welcome.
For your support. Thank
We're
you.
so lucky to have you here.
Community in Cupar is making a real difference by helping these families to settle in the town. The Market Cross is a local landmark and sits in the heart of town. I'm heading there to meet Guthrie Hutton, a local historian, to find out more about Cupar's origins as a market town.
Can you just describe to me where we are at the moment?
Yeah, sure. We're standing at the top of the cross gate in Cupar, actually right at the point of the Market Cross. And this is where all the early street markets were held. Folk would come in from the countryside to the town to sell their produce and make an honest coin. Or maybe the odd dishonest coin, but you never know.
To a large extent, Cupar has lost that status, hasn't it?
Well, yes and no. If you look about you, the shape of it has survived very much intact. We do have one of the most perfect market town centres left in Scotland, unchanged. And I think it needs to be built up now and made much of.
Cupar is determined to preserve its market town tradition, but it's also looking to the future. In 2018, it became Scotland's first digital town. As well as providing free Wi-Fi throughout the town centre, it has its own digital brand, Cupar Now, to promote businesses to locals and visitors through social media.
Now, it's been suggested to me that I go in here and help out with a podcast as a guest. I've been promised some ice cream, so that's the reason why I'm going to do it.
So, we're back for our next episode of the Cupar Now podcast, but we're delighted to have with us Ian Hamilton.
So you've
got a wafer on the top of that.
Oh, it's a wafer.
Top, yeah.
Have I got to eat all this?
Yeah, well, I think once you start, you'll enjoy it. Does that remind you of your childhood?
That is lovely, by the way. We're going to have a big gap in this programme. I'll finish it and taste the next one.
Simon Baldwin runs Cupar Now.
Cupar is Scotland's first digital town. What does that mean?
So we provide free public realm Wi-Fi in the public space in the town centre that thousands of people have used. It's providing a blog for the town which has got business listings and shares news and events and so on and so forth. But it also runs social media channels 24/7 virtually, 7 days a week. So everything that we do is digitally focused to try and support as many people as possible within the town. We're helping to bang that drum and share content from the town all the time.
One of Cupar's more traditional businesses is bespoke joinery. Mike Potter and his award-winning team are determined to bring back a level of craftsmanship that has been lost in recent years.
20, 30 years ago, there were most joiner shops were doing what we are doing, but unfortunately, things have moved, and especially apprenticeships. Apprentices haven't come through, and therefore your one-man, two-man business who's had a joiner's workshop have pretty much closed the door because there's nobody to come through and sort of take those skills and trade forward.
That's quite sad, isn't it?
It is, hence the reason why I feel quite passionate and strongly about apprenticeships.
Mike has 2 apprentices working with him in his workshop. He believes that's key to keeping these skills alive.
If we can keep producing tradesmen through our apprentices, we'll continue to grow, hopefully. But that's the thing, it's just keeping the growth growing by getting the right calibre of joiner.
So you're going to get me to do something here, Mike, is that right?
What we've got here is an astracal, and if you could feel here, it's needing sanded. So we have a sanding pad here.
All right.
And if you press it in the mould and just run it along there, I'll hold this end here. That's it. That's actually pretty good at that. You could get a job here.
Could you? I'm a bit old for an apprentice, I've got to say, Mike, but...
Elsewhere in the town, there's some other master craftsmen. The Cupar and District Model Railway Club has been running for 30 years. Ian Smith and some of the other members are here today working on their layouts.
What we've got here is a typical border railway scene. There's the station building itself, Ian.
Oh, yeah. That's beautifully made.
And then on the platform, you may just be able to feel some parcels and people.
Oh, yeah.
The terminus station leads out past an engine shed to a small factory setting with cobbled streets and then out into the countryside.
So what do you do when you come here?
A lot of it is we do a bit of building work. A lot of it is sitting around having a cup of coffee, a bit blather, putting the worlds to rights. Yeah. And once the coffee's passed, then sometimes the work starts. There's some people just come up for the social aspect of it, but most of the guys that are here are quite into different styles of modelling. Everybody has their own little bits that they can bring to it, and that's what we enjoy about it.
Would it be fair to say it's mainly men of a certain age?
Yes.
It won't surprise you to know that I'm keen to get a shot. One of the club members, Ernie, is willing to let me have a go.
Keep on turning it. So, now you hear a noise, because this locomotive has got sound in it.
Love the sound. Come past us.
There it is.
Hello there.
It'll come round to on your left-hand side.
You hear it? Yeah, I hear it coming. Oh, very good. You look and just go, and I'm quite happy.
Well, I'll leave you with it, and you can go enough and coffee.
A trip to Cupar would not be complete without meeting a local hero. Ollie Carter took up swimming here at Cupar Pool, and thanks to years of hard graft and training, he made it all the way to the 2022 Commonwealth Games. Ollie was born with a severe form of club foot, and his parents were told he might never walk. Hi there, Ollie.
Hello.
That was a great entrance.
Thank you.
I've got to say, every time I do this programme in this series, I seem to be wearing less and less clothes, which really worries me about the next series.
Yeah.
You got to the Commonwealth Games this year. How far did you get?
I managed to make a final. I just smidged into the final, which was brilliant for me. I loved it. I worked so hard for it, like all season. I kind of pushed a lot more on my butterfly training than my front crawl training. So it was brilliant to kind of have all of that training finally pay off. No competition that I'd ever swam at was like it. It was unreal.
And what kind of reaction did you get?
I walked out in my kilt, waving my arms around, having a grand old time. So I had quite the reaction. Everyone loved it. It was brilliant.
Right, Ollie, I know I'm not going to beat you, but do you fancy giving me a wee bit of a race up here?
Sure.
Right,
sure.
Okay, on the count of three, okay?
All right.
1, 2, 3. If he thinks I'm racing him, he's very much mistaken. Like many small towns, finding things to do for a young person in Cupar can be difficult. But here at the Youth Cafe, they offer a range of activities.
Right, so we've got red for 2.
Today, they're letting me take part in one of their groups. Let's hope I can get it right.
Oh.
You're about to warn me.
A wee nudge, Jamie.
The cafe is open to all young people in the town. It also offers the only dedicated group for lesbian, gay, bisexual and transgender young people in North East Fife. Both Abby and Jessica come to the group called Identity Inc., which is run by Gemma and her colleagues.
Do you think that's important, that you can be open here in terms of how you think about yourself and your identity?
Yes, I think it's very important. Self-expression is very important to me. I don't think I would feel very happy if I wasn't able to express myself.
How about you, Jessica?
Like, say someone else felt like they couldn't tell anyone about their sexuality or part of their identity, then like that could impact their mental health. But coming to Identity Inc., you can like come talk about it, and you can like be yourself, because no one's gonna come here just to like judge.
We like to just kind of promote that safe space for young people to come and explore their identities and kind of see, you know, how they feel about it, and just kind of a chance to all sit around and support each other.
What kind of difference has it made to you coming to this youth club?
It gives me like a sense of being social and keeps me from just being sad in my room.
Before the youth cafe, I only had like 5 friends, but now I see most people here as friends.
Friends are important at any age. I'm meeting some of the town's older residents at the Cupar Amateur Musical Society as they rehearse for an upcoming show.
So how long has the company been going for?
The company was established 126 years ago. Last year was our 125th anniversary.
So how many people are involved, Ruth?
Oh, well, on stage, there's about 34 in the company.
Yeah. Quite active then.
Oh, very much so. And most people like to come and sing and perform and just not be yourself for a wee while on stage.
The Musical Society perform to packed houses at the town's corn exchange twice a year. But it's the connections that people make within the group that really count.
I lost my husband earlier in the year and I wanted to make friends. And I thought, well, this looks like a fun group.
We quite often refer to this as the CAMS family. And we really are.
I love it. I've done it for 30 years. We meet here, we sing, we dance. So
with all the rehearsals, performances on stage, to know these people really well.
I'll be honest, do you ever have musical differences?
Oh, yes.
Are you going to take part in the next show?
Oh, yes, that's what I'm here for. A Star is Born.
I'm finishing off my trip to Cupar back at the Market Cross, because today is Market Day.
Now we've got Arran cheese, so cheese comes from Arran, but they've also got local honey and butter and things that they also offer.
Byam Trotter is the market's coordinator, and he's showing Major and I around. He has his own stall at the market.
So this is my stand. Can I offer you a taste?
Well, can we do a taste?
Yes, absolutely. I'll give you a wee taste of a curry. Thank you. Here we go. So there we go. There's a spoon, there's a cup, and then there's a spoon sticking out.
I'll let you taste it. I like that. Very neat. That's very nice.
I'm glad you said that. Thank you very much.
The market runs here once a month, hosting more than 25 traders from all across Fife.
How important is this market to Cupar?
I think it's very important because it brings traders together with the consumers. It's an opportunity for the consumers to obviously get to meet exactly who in their local area are in business and where their food's coming from. And they have a personal connection with that, you see, which I think is a lovely thing to have.
There's been a market here in the Crossgate for many hundreds of years. How do you feel about keeping up that tradition?
It's a bit of an honour. I'm a volunteer as my role, and I just do it for the pleasure of being part of something so unique and so great and having this long heritage that makes Cupar the town that it is.
The thing about markets is I just love the smell of markets. Very few people actually talk about the smell, and it really does, make you really hungry, to be honest with you. So what do you sell here?
Lebanese cuisine.
It's a very foodie town, isn't it?
It is. I think people love not to cook in Cupar.
Is it good to see a market still here today?
Yeah, but isn't it great that it's in the Crossgate? It's in the centre of the town.
People here are really nice, they're warm, and they love what I bake, so I'm going to keep coming back.
This market is creating a real buzz, and it's great to see so many people in the heart of town.
I must say, I have eaten really well in Cupar. I'm sure I put on about 2 stone. If you're going to put on weight, I can think of worse places than Cupar.